All right, lovely people. Today it's all about your booty, your hip, and your back. We're gonna give it some love. We're gonna do some strength, Pilates exercises, and some mobility. I have my timer here. We're going to do a circuit, 20 exercises, 40 seconds work, 20 seconds rest, and let's get ready. Come join me here on the mat. Please feel free to stop anytime to drink water. Our first exercise here is in quadruped position. This is a hip mobility exercise, a controlled articular rotation. We're gonna bring here the knee to chest, take it out to the side, all the way behind, squeeze your glutes and knees back together, and then we reverse. Notice that my spine is completely still. Imagine that you have a cup of coffee there or a glass of wine. Good. Moving the thigh bone into the hip socket. Let's do it one more time. Squeezing the glutes, keep your neck long, the abdominal contraction, and bring it back to neutral. Let's go with the other leg now. It's the same thing, squeezing the glutes. You can keep your ankle flex here, bring the knee to chest, and then back to center. Checking that we are not lifting the sit bone. It's not about how much you can lift the leg. It's about keeping the control here. Hip bones facing the mat. We're isolating that joint. Good to mobilize all the tissue in there. Tuck your toes and come into your downward dog. Look at your toes here. Walking the dog, lifting one heel at a time. And here we're going to bend both knees. Bring one foot outside of your hands, knee down, push that knee away, bring it back in, tuck toe, lift the knee. We go back into downward dog. Let's go with the other leg. Bend your knees, bring the foot outside of the hands, back knee down, push the knee away, back to center, tuck toe. We go back into downward dog. Keep going. Foot down, knee down, push the knee away, bring it back in, tuck toe, flow back. Last time. Knee down, relax your foot, push that knee away, tuck toe, go back into downward dog. All right, we're now going on our backs. Checking that your heels are aligned with the feet are flat, palms are facing up. Good. Here we're going to do half glute bridge, just half. Squeeze the buttocks. Take the arms overhead, bring them back to center, and then slowly lower. Squeeze, arms overhead, back to center, and slowly lower. Just half, because we're warming up. Squeeze your glutes, one vertebrae at a time. Good. Let's do one more time here. Squeeze, arms overhead. Very good. And slowly lower. Coming into quadruped position again, we're going to do our Superman with a diagonal twist. Right arm, left leg, open to the diagonal, back to center, and then down. Left and right, open, back to center, and down. I don't have much space here because of the wall and the mirror, but keep both hip bones here facing the mat. Your neck completely long, alternating legs here. You don't have to take the leg out to the side completely, okay? Just diagonal. Keep your neck long. Imagine that you're a swan. And imagine that you have that cup of coffee on your back. Keep alternating here, size. Good. Last one. Up, open, and back to center. Now we go here with the stomach on the mat. Arms are in a H position, so 90 degrees angle. Elbows aligned with the shoulders. Eyes are looking down. Squeeze your glutes, chest up and down. Squeeze between the shoulder blades here. I want you to focus on squeezing the rhomboids, the muscles that are between the scapulas, and relax your neck. So when we do this exercise, we're not forcing the neck muscles, we are looking down. Palms are facing down. And also squeeze your glutes to relax. to protect your lower back. Almost there. Good. Last one. And we rest. Shift the hips here from one side to the other. This was a great exercise for your posture. The next one, I want you to keep the forehead resting on your hands. I can't because of my mic. Tuck the pubic bone on the mat. Lift the belly button towards your spine. Here we're gonna work with one leg at a time. Single legs. Again, focus on relaxing here your upper body. No strength is coming from here. Everything comes here from your booty. So just try to keep the tuck on your pubic bone and draw the navel towards the spine. Forehead is resting on the hands. We're almost there. Breathing, squeezing. Relax the upper body. And we rest. Shift the hips here from the side, one side to the other. Our next exercise, I'll give you options because we're going to combine our back and our legs. So you can do this exercise like a baby cobra and alternating legs here, single legs, or we can work here with both legs at the same time, keeping the hands here on the mat, the shoulders relaxed. If you want more, fingertips to temple, keep going. Bring your chest all the way down, okay? Here we keep tucking the pubic bone on the mat. We maintain a long neck. Feel your back working. If you start to get too much, just rest. Shift the hips from one side to the other and start again, okay? No need to push. We're strengthening our back muscles, which supports our entire spine, our hips and pelvis. Last one. And we rest, shifting the hips again from one side to the other. Now we roll onto our backs. We're gonna do now a full glute bridge. Palms are facing up, your core is tight. Relax the shoulders. Here we go, one vertebrae at a time. Squeeze, hold here, open the knees, close, and slowly lower. And we go again, up, squeeze, open, close, and slowly lower. You don't have to open the legs too much, okay? Just a little, halfway is enough. We want to keep the pelvis up while we're doing this exercise. Hold here at the top, open, close, and slowly lower. Notice that both hip bones are at the same level. Relax your shoulders. Good. And we bring it down, hugging the knees in. Okay, for the next exercise, we keep working on the booty and hips, okay? Clams, heels align with the sit bones, head is resting on the shoulder, push the top hip away here, gap between the waist and the mat, squeeze your glutes, knee up and down, up and down. If you have bands, press pause, put it around the thighs and come back and keep going with all these 3 exercises that we're gonna do next. The band is gonna add extra tension to work harder on the glutes and of course on your hips. It's all attached, it's all connected here. So we squeeze the glutes, also focusing on not rocking the hips. Imagine that you have a wall here behind you. Good, breathe. Clams are a great way to strengthen the glutes. And now we rest. Just extend here the top leg in front. Or just keep it here bent. Take a moment. Our next exercise is here in the same position with the hips stacked, your T-zone tight. Core is always engaged to protect your back. Here we're gonna add a kick. Open, extend, heels together, knee down. Open, extend, heels together, knee down. When you extend the leg, 2 things. First, try not to take your hip backwards, keep them stuck. The other thing, the leg doesn't go in front or behind you. It goes completely aligned with your body, okay? open, completely align, pointing toes, engage your thigh here in your glutes. We're not doing pulses, just working here on our leg, on our glutes. Last one. And we rest, okay? Extend the leg. You might feel the glute working by now. So when we have strong glutes, we can stabilize our pelvis, our hips, and therefore everything from there up and from there down. Last exercise on this side. Squeezing the glutes, hold the leg here up. We do circles. 1, 2, 3, 4, small circles. 5 and reverse. 5, 4, 3, hips stack. 2, 1 and reverse. Good. Try to keep this leg completely still. Mine is moving. Relax the shoulders. Like I always say, everything from the chest down is relaxed, and from the chest up, is working, and from the chest up is relaxed. Okay, time to move on to the other leg. So, lay on your side, heels aligned with the seat bones, knees in front. We have a V shape in here, head resting on the shoulder, push the top hip away, core tight, ribs to hips. Relax the shoulders, leg goes up and down, up and down. Good. I think we are halfway in our workout, so hang in there. Relaxing the shoulders, keep squeezing here your glutes both. I know this is an exercise that you can feel the burn very quickly. If not, it's all good. Press the heels together, keep working, keep trying to squeeze your glute, all right? Very good for lower back pain, because when you have strong glutes, you can release the back from the extra work that it's doing to hold you together. So if you have, for example, like a desk kind of job, you're sitting all day, every day. Let's move on with the next exercise. So your abs are sleeping, your glutes are sleeping because you're sitting, they are stuck in there on the chair. And we need to wake them up and strengthen them, because otherwise the lower back starts to take over. So we need strong glutes in order to have a stable and happy back. Either way, if you're suffering from back pain or hip pain, it's always better to check with a professional before you start any kind of workout, because there are millions of reasons of why you are having that pain, and it also depends on for how long you also had it, okay? All right, rest, extend the top leg here in front, breathe. Again, you can press pause anytime, have a sip of water, and come back, okay? No problem with that. We have one more exercise here on the side. Relax the shoulders. We're going to extend the leg here up, checking that it's completely aligned with your leg, and we draw circles here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and reverse. Squeeze your glutes. Here, we want to move the thigh bone into the hip socket, okay? So try to avoid any rocking with the hips. Imagine that you have a wall behind you. Reverse, relax the upper body. Good, almost there. Okay, and we rest. All right, our next exercise is a horse kick here with a diagonal tap. So coming to quadruped position, hands on the shoulders, knees on the hips. We're gonna take here the left leg or the right leg, doesn't matter, we're gonna use both. Back, hips, square ribs to hips, we lift the leg up, take it to the side, tap, and then back to center. And again, up, tap to the side, and back to center. It's just a diagonal tap. You don't have to take the leg all the way to the side, because we don't want to do any of this. We want to keep the hip bones facing the mat. Also, check that your weight is not here forward, Leave all the weight here in the support leg so you can release a little bit of the tension in your wrist. And if they are bothering too much, you can do this exercise on your elbows. It's the same thing. Good. All right. Coming to child's pose, we are going to work here on the other leg. So hands on the shoulders, knee on the hip. I know the butt is burning by now. We are almost there. Keep the hips square, your core tight, neck is long, and tap to the side and tap back to the center. Other trick in here. Check that you're not putting more weight in one arm than the other. Want to keep here even weight in both hands. Press the mat with your hands so the shoulder joint is stable. Hips square, not arching. Notice that my back is not moving. Neck is long. Tap and tap, tap and tap. And we rest here in child's pose. Very good. Rock the knees, the hips here a little bit from one side to the other. Wanna do another variation of the horse kick. This time, elbows on the shoulders, knees on the hips. Keep your ankle flexed in your knee. Imagine that you're holding a pen here. Knee goes up and down. Now the first thing that we need to notice here or to do is not arch our back, okay? It's not about how much you can lift the leg. It's about using the glute muscle to do the extension. So we keep the ribs to hip connection here. Our T-zone is tight. Squeeze the glute, keep holding here the pen. We are not pulsing today. We're just moving the leg up and down. Neck is long, eyes are between the forearms. You don't have to look at your knee. Rest. Child's pose. Rocking again here the hips from one side to the other. We have to work now on the other leg. It's the same thing. Elbows on the shoulders, knees on the hips. Shifting the weight to one leg, ankle flex. Imagine that you're holding a pen. And we go here with the leg up and down. Your spine must be completely straight, no need to arch. We're working on the glute muscle. So forget about any flexibility kind of movement here. Keep your hip bones facing the mat. Tuck your tailbone under. Also press the mat with your elbows so they are not sinking. We need to have an upper back strong, which is also going to help if you have neck issues. All right, and we rest. Moving here, the hips from one side to the other. We have one more exercise with the stomach on the mat. Good. Okay, here we're gonna lift our upper back and legs. Toes pointing out, beat the heels 3 times. 1, 2, 3, and we rest back down and up. Shoulders away from the ears. 1, 2, 3, and resting back down. You can keep the hands on the mat for this one. If it feels like too much, just go like we did before with single legs, okay? No need to force it. Everyone is in different levels. Our body changes depending on the day, if we sleep good, what we ate. Up, 1, 2, 3, and that was the last exercise. So coming to child's pose, take a moment here, rock the knees here from one side, the hips from one side to the other. And now we're gonna do one of my favorite mobility exercises, which is the 90-90. So here, I'm gonna sit, checking that we have 90-degree angles. If you don't know how to set up this, we start with the knees up, separate your feet, heels are away from the buttocks, and then from here, we bring one knee down and the other one out. Ankles are flexed. Check that you have 90-degree angles here. rotate your body towards the side. You can keep the hands here on the floor, and from here, rotate to the other side. Shift your weight and your body towards the other wall. And again. So we're working on the internal and external rotation of our of our hip. You can do this with no hands, like I'm doing now. Relaxing the shoulders. You are going to move around the mat. That happens. And once you feel comfortable, you can stay here in one side, bring both hands down, and start to lean forward. And man, oh man, you're gonna feel the stretch in your hip and glute. If it's too much for your knee, put a cushion here underneath and keep going with the stretch. If you feel comfortable, let's move down, all the way down, okay? So make it yours. Always try to work on your own way when you're doing your stretch. Just focusing on basic things to maintain a correct technique, but you don't have to force the stretch if it doesn't feel good for your body. Breathe. Okay, walk the hands back. We're going to stretch now the other one. Rotate. Choose your option here, lengthen your spine, checking that you have your 90 degree angles. And from here, we lean forward. Or we can stay here, explore. In my case, I feel the stretch more in my right hip than the left. On my righty, so I use this side of my body more, so it's probably the reason why it's more tight than the other side. Just let it relax, let it be. If you feel different in each hip or glute, it's okay. Good, one more breath here, in through the nose. Out through your nose. And slowly we walk the hands back. You can stay for longer if you want. We'll repeat it again. Otherwise, just come into seated position. Here I roll to your shoulders. And I'll hope to see you on my next video or class. Subscribe, leave me a thumbs up, and we're done. Bye bye.